Hi everyone. I hope it's not too loud. I told myself I wanted to solo vlog when I go do my solo part of this trip. So I had every intention of doing that today, but today has been absolutely insane. I think if anyone's been following or had to follow along with the Italy vlogs, you know that transport there is just a little bit hectic. So this morning I travelled all the way from Sorrento back to Naples, from Naples to Rome, from Rome to the airport, and I have flown from Rome all the way to Sarajevo, and that's where I am now. I really wanted to go for a walk before it gets dark and just see the area, because I'm right in the centre of Sarajevo, the historical centre. I really want to go see it. The weather's so beautiful outside, but I don't think I'm going to have a chance to go see it today. The sunset's at 8 and I'm a little bit too nervous as a solo female traveller to go for a walk when the sun goes down. But other than that, I think day one of solo travel has just literally been travelling, and it's been a bit hectic, so I'm just gonna order some food and stay in tonight. I need some sleep, that's really what I need. But yeah, so yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the vlog. We'll see how much I actually get. So this is my first full day on my solo travels. Just walking around this morning in Sarajevo. It's a bit quiet so far, which is nice. So just going over a stroll. I have a little walking tour booked at 10:30, so I'll probably head down to that soon. But yeah, I don't have much talking to do because I'm really shy about it.
Inspired these Ottoman mosques forever. It's 489th generation of students this year of this school transition between Ottoman to the Austrian period in the city. The Old Orthodox Church is from 16th century one.
So I've just done the walking tour. I'm going to leave the name of the tour here. It was one of the best walking tours I've ever done. I didn't really feel much. I did meet a girl who's also solo traveling, so look at me, who is she? And I'm catching up with her later. For now, I'm gonna go try and find something to eat because I've got my Bosnian war tour after this, so I've got a little bit of time, like 30 minutes to find something to eat and then head back, reset. At my hotel room and now I've just eaten cevapi. It was delicious. I was walking around in circles for so long because I could not find a place that had like pre-made food. It was like all just like ordered, and then some places didn't do takeaway. Funny story though, I had these girls come up to me while I was waiting for my food, and they were like, can we do a quick interview with you? It's about English grammar. It's like for school or something. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. And they were asking me questions about like literal like grammar, like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, can you give us a sentence in the like perfect present tense? And I was like, I don't know what that means. I said to them, I'm from Australia. I didn't learn English like this. I literally just learned, like I just grew up speaking it. And I swear to God, I have not felt so dumb. I was like dreading the next question she was gonna ask me because I had no idea how to answer it. And I was probably useless to their experiments or their whatever they were trying to do because they were like recording it. But I think if anything, I'm hoping that it will be useful to show like their school that native English speakers actually suck at English. Like we're not good at it. I mean, I don't want to speak for the whole majority, but like I don't know English grammar that well. I've been out of school for like 10 years. I don't know that kind of stuff. If you're learning English as a second language, you probably do know English grammar so much better. Anyways, I need to leave for my tour. I'm doing the Bosnian war tour. I'm so excited because there are so many things to see here. This place has been incredible. So anyways, I'm actually kind of enjoying this filming through the window situation, minus the fact that it's probably really loud. The camera is literally on the windowsill. Anyway, so I just went on this amazing Bosnian war tour of Sarajevo. So basically I was with this group. It was me and 2 other Australians, like this older couple. This tour guide took us around. He was formerly a soldier during the Bosnian War. He fought for Bosnia, and it was just so interesting just hearing his, you know, his perspective on all of it and his experiences. And I think there's obviously always an element of bias when a person gives you information from their own experiences, and he did say himself that, you know, this is my story, this is my experience, like these were the places that I went to during the war, this is where I fought, etc. But that aside, like, you know, learning about this war from a textbook during uni, writing about it, obviously is a completely different experience than actually being here and seeing the places and like putting a story to, you know, the actual historical events. Is just really, really eye-opening and enlightening. So he took us to a number of places. We started off at the Tunnel of Hope, which was so cool. I had no idea about it. Like, I would say that I know the Bosnian War, you know, somewhat well from obviously doing some work on it during uni, but didn't know about the Tunnel of Hope. Didn't know, actually, to be fair, didn't know too much about the siege of Sarajevo. I knew more about like the massacres and ethnic cleansing and stuff. This tour guide of ours, Adnan, shout out, he'd obviously served, and he, you know, had been through the tunnel like on many, many occasions, and was giving us like how his experience of it and how he felt about it, and then seeing it, seeing all the images and the map of like the city, and then I guess from seeing all those images and more of a academic view of everything, and then going to the actual places that he describes in his stories. So after that, going up to the mountain where the old Olympic Village and bobsleigh area was, and seeing from that viewpoint the whole sort of city of Sarajevo and how it was under siege and which areas were being held by, you know, Serb forces and Bosnian forces, and just putting that all into perspective was just so amazing. From there we went to the Jewish cemetery, we went to, what was that other place? We also went to the Yellow Fort, which is a really nice viewpoint of Sarajevo in general, which is a lot closer to the city than going all the way up a mountain. I think I'm just rambling about this, but I found it amazing. I'm a huge history enthusiast, I guess, about these things, so just seeing it was fantastic. I didn't expect to really enjoy this as much as I have. I was completely awestruck to see the bridge where Archduke Franz Ferdinand was shot. It's right outside my window. I'm going out for dinner with my friend that I met on the walking tour this morning. So happy to be able to do a meal with someone and enjoy some like local cuisine. Vlogging out in the square because I'm trying to be a brave girl. It's my last day in Sarajevo. I've only got a half day here, and I'm catching a train away or to Mostar later. But I'm just spending the morning and a little bit of the afternoon just looking around. I might go to a museum later. I just went to a cafe and tried my first Bosnian coffee, and it was really nice. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was going to be really like bitter or strong or something, but maybe because I've just gotten like really used to drinking coffee or something. Yeah, it was really nice. I did spend the first 5 minutes after receiving my plate of coffee thinking, how do I drink this? And Googling, how do I drink this? Probably should have done some research before I came here. Look at the nice day. Okay, so I've done a little bit of shopping and I've now just checked out of my accommodation. So now I've just got a couple hours to kill until the train. So I think it's a good time to maybe go check out some museums. There's so many, and I wanted to go to the National Museum, but it's a little bit out of the way and I have to take the tram and I can't figure out how the tram tickets work. So I think I'm just going to go to the ones like around the city, like Old Town kind of area. So I'm going to go to the museum of like children. So yeah, let's go check it out. So I've just come out of the War of Childhood Museum, and that was such a great museum. It was quite small, but it was showing all of these stories of, you know, children or people who've lived through the war as children. I would recommend that museum to anyone. It was incredible, very, very moving, but it was such a interesting concept, and I think they did it really well. So yeah, anyways, just walking now and trying to figure out where my next stop is going to be. I think it's going to be another museum. This is really the worst angle that I could have come up with. So I just went to the Museum of Crimes Against Humanity and Genocide, and wow, that was a confronting experience. Very, very interesting. It was definitely very, like, I mean, obviously they wouldn't, but like, they were not mincing their words. Like, there were so many historical accounts of like what happened. But anyways, I'm now at a restaurant. I came to this restaurant last night and the food looked really good, in the sense that the menu had pictures and I actually knew what I was ordering. So I've come here again, sitting in the sun. I'm actually going to get burnt, I swear. So I've ordered like a veal patty platter kind of thing, which I've been wanting to order for a little while, and I just never knew what it was called. Ice cream. I need to go to a supermarket to get, I don't know, snacks, so I don't die later, even though I think I'm really, really full. And I'll probably be good until I get to Mostar, but again, I don't know if it's going to get delayed or anything like that, so we're going to find a supermarket. I have not seen a single one since I've been here, so I was doing a little bit better with the vlogs, but apparently not, because I've just missed the last like 4 hours of the day. To recap, basically what's happened is the last clip I think I recorded, I was like in a park in Sarajevo, and then I went to the supermarket, got some snacks for my trip to Mostar, and then I went back to collect my luggage. And I thought all was well and good because I was collecting my luggage like 45 minutes before my train was even gonna leave. But then I got there, things took a little bit longer than I thought. I asked the host of the place I was staying if she could get me a taxi, and she called a bunch of like cab services in Sarajevo, and they were all booked out or full or whatever. And we were standing there for like 15 minutes trying to figure it out, and she was like, you can just take the bus. And I was like, yeah babes, I know I can take the bus, but at this stage I cannot take the bus because it's not going to get me there in time. It's going to take like 35 minutes and I only have 30 minutes to get there. I was hinging my bets on the taxi because it's a 10 to 12 minute drive. So panic set in, and I said to her, I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to try and walk down the street and hopefully I can find a taxi towards, like, I'm going to walk towards the bus stop, and then if all else fails, I'll try and get a bus and just hope for the best. You should have seen the state of me walking down the street. I look like an absolute crazy person, like dragging my suitcase along, like just like staring at people's cars, like trying to find a taxi. Luckily, by some miracle, I walked down the street past like a taxi rank. I said to the guy, please can you take me to the train station? I think he saw that I was about to, like, I was this close from like being sent to an institution because I felt like I was gonna lose it. He wasn't speeding, but I think he knew that there was some urgency. He didn't really speak much English, but I think he knew. He got me there in time. I rushed to the ticket office, got my ticket, rushed onto the train. I was there about 5 minutes before I had to leave, so it was like fine. And as soon as the train left the station, I just knocked out. Anyways, we're here. I'm in Mostar now. It's like gorgeous outside. My apartment is like crazy nice. I will show you the view though, because it's kind of gorgeous because the sun's setting and there's a church over there and a mosque, and I can see the Millennium Cross up on the hill. I think the bridge is like that way, so everything's like really close, and it was really easy to walk here from the station as well, so I'm like really stoked with that. So yeah, that's my travel update. I think that's going to be it for today's part of the vlog. It's been a bit hectic, but yeah, tomorrow I'll be roaming around and hopefully getting a little bit more footage. Okay, bye. Catch me on this trip with literally the most unflattering angles that I can come up with. I'm just sitting at this extremely overpriced cafe, lunch, restaurant, whatever, just because it has the view of the river and the bridge, which is just in front of me. But yeah, I just had an omelette, it was good, had 2 coffees, because kind of needed. The place I'm staying, right beside a mosque, when they do the call to prayer, when they did the one last evening, I was like, wait, what? Like, forgot that was a thing. I'm just gonna go for a walk after this, I think, and see what's around. The day is again beautiful. It's nice and sunny. It's a little bit chilly, a little bit windy, but yeah, it's so nice out here. Once again, I feel like the angle could be worse, you know. Anyway, this is the view of lunch, so it's really stunning. The bridge is over there. This is a good place all time to make this update, but I am now waiting for my 6 p.m. tour that I cancelled this morning. I'm at a park. I don't really know, there's a building here that looks kind of cool. I might actually get the rest of the tour, so I guess we'll see how that goes. I don't see anyone else around here. A bit chilly. It gets really cold here, like really quickly. Cool. Okay, what a scene to film and updating. It's actually really quiet out here. We just did a tour, or I just did a tour. There's no we anymore. It was pretty good. The guide was, again, very informative. I think the standard was set so high for that first tour in Sarajevo that like all of these other ones may not really compare as well. But still, I really enjoyed it. I learned a little bit more about just the city and like sort of the impact. I think for me, like, any tour that goes through history like really gets me, and this one wasn't as focused on like the history of the city as much. So now I'm down by the bridge, figured out how to get down here. He told me like the little pathway to get down here, and across over there, which I'll spin around and show you, is like the beach of like the river or like whatever. And tomorrow I'm going to go across the bridge on the other side so I can get a better view of Old Bridge. But yeah, I think that's going to be my update for today. Like pretty uneventful. I've just been really like run down. I feel like all the traveling in Italy and just like the stress of traveling by myself. And now I finally got like a whole free day, like today/tomorrow, to like not really do anything. Like I don't have to travel anywhere because I'm here for today and tomorrow. So if I don't do anything today, I can still do it tomorrow. I was told that Mostar is one of the hottest cities in Europe, but today, or this May, has just happened to be like really cold. I'm trying to move so this couple can take their photos. This is the other side. So that's the bridge that I want to go to tomorrow, because apparently it's like the best, that bridge. Free view of Old Bridge. I need to find a way to get across there that isn't that wooden plank. And I think you can go around, but I will, oh no, you can. I think you have to go like all the way around. But that's fine, I'll figure it out tomorrow. It's so quiet walking down the street, like comparing this to what it was before, and it's only like 8 o'clock, so it's not like late. But the tour guide was saying obviously a lot of people do day trips into Mostar, so it's like crazy between like 11 and 3, and then afterwards it's really quiet. Like I can stand here and watch the sunset and not be interrupted like at all. So I'm loving it. I think tomorrow night I might come out and do a bit of shopping as well, because it might be open like it's Saturday tomorrow. So yeah, this be the sunset. Stunning. Good morning. This is a little bit of a different start, I guess, getting ready for the day, but I figured let's try some new, I don't know, intros. I've got another full day in Mostar. I haven't planned anything for today. I think originally, you know, when I was planning this trip, I wanted to, if I had like a full second day in a certain location, I wanted to do like a day trip somewhere, and there is a pretty popular day trip out of Mostar, which is just to, I guess, like the surrounding areas in Herzegovina, where you go to like the lakes and you go to the monastery and stuff like that. And I was definitely going to book it. And yeah, and as much as like I want to see those places, they look stunning. Some of the people that I met on the walking tour last night told me like how beautiful lakes are and stuff like that. Just wanted to have another chill day. I don't know. I feel like I've done so much traveling in the last couple of weeks that I can afford to miss out on a couple of things, you know, like I've been to waterfalls and lakes in this sort of area before when I went to Croatia. I mean, I don't want to say like they're all the same or anything like that, but I just feel like another chill day will probably do me some good. Today is basically just going to be another stroll around, and then I'll have some coffee. I want some more Bosnian coffee while I'm here as well, being my last day in the country, because tomorrow I'm going to Montenegro. And I don't really feel too much like venturing out of Old Town because I just can't be bothered walking. I sound like I'm just like really over the trip. I'm not. I promise I'm not over it. But one thing I will say at this point in time is that the food, so good. It is a lot of meat and bread and some fresh veggies. I think they do grilled veggies. I just haven't tried any. There's a few. This is my problem. I find something I like and I just stick to it. And I've just been eating so many like grilled meats and sausages and stuff like that. I might go to another like touristy restaurant, only because I obviously can't read the menus here. It's really difficult to translate them, and I want to know what I'm ordering because there are things I want to try. So I go to the touristy restaurants because they have pictures on the menu. So hopefully, being the last day here in this country, I want to see what else I can get my hands on. I've also got so many leftovers from the past couple of dinners because I don't know whether I've just been accidentally ordering like a portion for two, but I just get so much food with what I order. So I've still got some leftovers, which I'm gonna keep for breakfast tomorrow because I want to eat like a substantial amount before I get on my 6-hour bus. I'm really dreading that. But yeah, this is just my balcony. I don't know if I've definitely filmed from out here, but that's my view from my balcony. I can't believe I have a balcony. That's the Millennium Cross. I don't know if you can see that. And it's like a hiking trail up to the top, and obviously it's a great viewpoint over the city, but it looks so steep, and I think people drive up there. I'm gonna take my tote bag with me today. I'm gonna take my Kindle and I'm going to take my notebook, and maybe I'll start writing something. Who knows? I was literally thinking about on the way here how people in this country have been really good, like service has been really great and everything, and then I came to this place and I think about like 3-4 tables walking after me and they've been served first, like they've been asked for their order, and I'm just sitting here like waiting to like place. I've put in my order now, but like I swear to God, I made eye contact with like 3 waiters here and they just did not acknowledge me or come over. But I am trying something new for, it's not even breakfast, I swear it's like a dinner food, but it said like Bosnian specialties, so we went with it. So this very big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 table tour group just walked in, and when I came in here, there was no one on this level with me. I was like the only one. So this better not hold up the amount of time it takes me to, I don't know, get my food or something. It's giving me shades of Italy and I'm not loving it. Anyway, The view's nice though. Very pretty. Coffee, it got a bucket of ice. I asked for ice and the guy gave me a whole bucket. He came over and he apologized for making me wait. And he's like, oh, I asked someone to like come over. I don't know if this is a reach, but maybe it pays to pretend to be an influencer and people apologize to you. I don't know. So this is the meal. It's the meatballs, mash. I've got some coffee, I've got some Coke, I've got my bucket of ice. This came out in maybe a quarter of the time it took for me to actually order it. We've got the views, we've got the huge tour group down there. I got my food, so I'm happy. Is that guy gonna jump? Okay, finally found the beach. It's a little bit of a ways around, but there's a few people out here. It's really nice. There's a lot of people in Mostar today compared to yesterday, and a lot of people waiting for like the boat, and there's a lot of people on the bridge today. There's like the jumpers out. I didn't see them yesterday. Maybe I just wasn't like around for long enough. But the guy's up there and he's asking for money, and I'm gonna listen to what the tour guy says. And he said that if the guy starts putting water on himself, he's getting ready to jump. He's got to collect his 50 euros first, and then he'll probably do it. I started recording way too soon before he had not gotten the water out whatsoever. This is a great view, free view. You have to pay to go up to the top of the mosque for it. I'm liking it, and I'm gonna drop my camera if I don't stop. There's a view of the bridge. There's a lot of people up there. I think the guy's gonna jump again, but that was the beach that I was at. I feel like this practice diving board thing over there just kind of really ruins the view. Oh, nice. I may be a little bit shy about filming like on the street, but apparently standing on a main road on a bridge and filming is okay for me. Alright, I'm back out and about. I've just gone to the Museum of War and Genocide Victims, which was fantastic. But I will say, for anyone who is going to Sarajevo and Mostar, I think one or the other is probably fine. They're both kind of the same concept. I guess this one's a bit more focused on what happened in Mostar, whereas the other one obviously is focused on what happened in Sarajevo, but both kind of, you know, explored the atrocities that happened in this country in the war. So anyways, obviously still very, very good and insightful, and you know, I just realised I keep ending my clips with "that's all," like as if I'm Meryl Streep in Devil Wears Prada, and I'm not. The way the sun literally just went behind the clouds as I went to film this. Okay, there's the sun back out. So I'm sitting at this restaurant. It's just on the other side of the bridge. Yesterday, the one I went to for breakfast was on the other side. And I'm having chivaki again, because when in Bosnia, right? I think that's me signing off from Bosnia. The next time you see me, I may be on the bus, maybe before I get on the bus, maybe while I'm on the bus. Most likely it will be when I get into my Airbnb in Montenegro. So until then, peace and love. I don't know how to sign off.